y'all? 5, 4, 3, 2.
No.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Episode 84, Deadass Though Podcast, live and direct right now from the iHeartMedia Studios in Orlando. We got Kelly here, Nisa here, Shells here. We got Jay behind the camera as always, man. Thank y'all for coming through and peeping us. What's good, y'all? How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling. I want to say good.
You want to say good?
I do want to say good, but I know what topic we're about to get into, and it's not a bright topic. But I'm feeling okay. I'm alive.
Yeah, I hear you. She said I'm alive. That's a good way to be. You know what I mean? Shells, you good?
Thankful.
Be safe. Thankful. That's powerful. That's a fact. Sure. Yeah, we just wanted to start the podcast off and give our love and condolences to everybody that was affected with all the shootings that happened over the weekend. Unfortunately, within, I believe it was 16 hours, we had 2 mass shootings.
No, it was within an hour.
What, an hour? Really?
It was within an hour.
No. There was one in El Paso during the afternoon, and then one happened in Dayton towards like the end of the night, like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
I heard about the date. I remember hearing about the Dayton stuff in the morning.
I heard El Paso first, and it was earlier.
Yeah.
Because I went out to hear the Dayton things. They're talking about people running through JCPenney and all this stuff, and it was at a mall.
Mm-hmm.
That one was El Paso because the Walmart was right next to the mall.
Yeah, and then that's why I was saying the army vet, he was just grabbing random kids he seen that were screaming.
Correct. And then
they were shopping.
The Dayton one happened at like just a bar or some shit downtown. Like everybody's having a good time and someone just pulled up. Yeah, it's crazy that this shit happens all the time. It seems like every week there's a new situation where there's a mass shooting. But thankfully one of the the bouncers at the spot in Dayton, he was able to curve dude, like not even get in. So I don't even know how that altercation went in, but the situation in Dayton could have been much worse. Yes.
I'm sure where there's a will, there's a way, and people make their way through. But what's crazy is probably like maybe a month ago, I was in one of our meetings that we have at work every week, and they were discussing shootings, and they said that one time they heard a gun had went off. So they thought it was near the club because it was by Beecham. Mm-hmm. And they all thought it was near the club. So all the cops went to their cars, grabbed the AKs and shit, and like were looking for a shooter. And they couldn't find him. But it was because of the whole Pulse situation that they were so prepared to find a shooter. Yeah. You know that now in between the clubs, you know how they barricade off the streets? Mm-hmm. In all of those cop cars that they have in the back seat, and in one of those cop cars, they always make sure they have a sharpshooter somewhere ready.
Just in case
just because of the massacre that we had a couple years ago. So it's just crazy how the world changes from something like that, and you have to adjust and survive. It's sad that in a fun place, or even in a place you feel like a peaceful place like the mall, you just going to go shop for your day. Yeah. You're at risk.
This is America.
Just chilling out. Teenagers, you know.
There was an image I seen on, because you know when all these mass shootings happen, the internet takes over, and then all these memes come out or all these random statistics come out, and I don't know how true it is because I'm not even gonna lie, I don't keep up with everyone geographically as far as like what mass shootings are happening around the world, but the list went on to say that like we were one of the only countries that ever even has mass shootings, and our mass shootings throughout the history have been over 200 compared to maybe 1 or 2 in other countries, which are
like the
in turmoil. But the other countries
crazy.
are considered in turmoil, and we're supposed to be the most free.
Third world shitholes,
and we're supposed to be the most free country, and it's just crazy. But then, you know, the ISIS shit happens. What was the other bombing that just happened? Syria, like things like that. That shit doesn't happen here though. Like we get mass shootings, so of course, you know, that's horrible, that's vicious, that's evil. But that over there is another level of experience. Like thankfully, not saying, you know, shootings any better. Obviously we lost a lot of lives, you know, rest in peace to all those people. Condolences to their family, but thankfully we don't get bombings on our homes.
I mean, it happens, but not as often as over there.
It's just a different type of terrorism.
It's a different type of terrorism, yeah.
Like there was a viral tweet that was going on Twitter. Like everybody was reposting whatever the case is, like all the different flags, all the different countries, and how many mass shootings they had.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
US 200. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
So that goes to show
Plus
you that
two
there's an
added to it.
issue, but it's funny because when it well, not funny, but when it happened, I was working a gig for the beat. Like we were doing like a Hennessy thing at a liquor store, and you know you're supposed to be doing social, you're supposed to be having a good time, whatever the case is, and that's when it happened. The first one, the El Paso shooting. It was like 2:00 in the afternoon or something like that.
I was at work, so I was like, what?
Yeah, so people just chilling, going to Walmart, you know what I mean, going about their daily life, and then it happened. So that just took over everything. Like throughout the day, you know, with all the stuff that we deal with when it comes to mass shootings, I feel like, you know, desensitized is a word that we use all the time.
Yeah.
But this one, like specifically, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but it just like affected me in a sort of way and it put me down. I'm like, damn, why does this shit like keep happening, dog?
Yeah.
And then we go on about our day, and then I fall asleep and I wake up at like 3 a.m, another fucking shooting happens. You know what I mean? In a whole different state, whole different dude, and all this shit always comes down to like white supremacist people. And these were young dudes. One was 21, I believe the other one was like 24, something like that.
Yeah.
That's our age. Well,
Yeah, exactly.
you know,
Peers,
like,
you know.
yeah,
Early,
peers, for
mid-twenties.
sure. People that we could be around. That it's like, how do you manifest enough hate in your heart to do something at such a young age?
Right. Exactly.
Something's
Like,
off.
you risk your whole life for this. You haven't even lived it.
I mean, some people want to be, you know, go down
Remembered
in
as
history.
such.
Yeah, be martyrs. I mean, try to be martyrs and things like that.
That's exactly what it is.
That's why they have the manifestos.
The first
and
dude
shit.
had that manifesto, like, oh,
Right,
like,
yeah.
they're taking over our country, whatever. Like, yo, Slime, it wasn't your country to begin with, dog. You dig? So that you have all these people trying to fight for something that isn't theirs. That's why, like, just to make it something that I relate to, I tell, like, the people that I care about, especially where I came from, like, yo, don't die for the streets. The streets don't love you. And we said that 50,000 times on this podcast for obvious reasons. But now you have these people on a whole different plane killing in mass droves, just Hispanics, whites, everybody. It doesn't matter. Just for their own, you know what I mean?
Just existing.
Yeah, for their own point of views or whatever the case is, they think they're doing something. Like, nah, Slime. Like,
Those people are ignorant. They don't have the knowledge that they should have, and it starts from home.
Of
It
course.
does. It starts from home. It starts from where you began and where you learned it from. Because to be that young and to have that mindset, you had to grow up like that.
and it pisses me off because they always use that mental illness as a crutch. They always do that with these mass shootings, always. And I understand there's a component that has to do with it, but that's not the full story.
Not the scapegoat.
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason why you should hinge on that for all of this shit happening. There's way more that goes into the dude who did, I believe Dayton had a kill and rape list, dog. Like, it's not just mental illness, bro. Like, these motherfuckers
he's pre-planning it. They thought about it, yeah.
There's, like, whoever he's hanging out with, how he was brought up, like you said before. There's way more that go into that, and it pisses me off that, you know, whenever, like, say there's just a little shooting out here that has to do with a minority, whatever, like, he's a thug. But then when these mass shootings happen, like, oh, like, he was mentally ill, he was doing this, or whatever the case is, glorifying
man.
It's just a situation that just continues to happen, dog, and I'm just like, this shit ain't gonna stop.
Again and again and again. Until you don't care anymore.
They ain't gonna change shit when it comes to gun laws. I guarantee you. Motherfuckers that are about it, like, really want their guns and shit, like, no, y'all ain't gonna take our guns from us, because then you take the assault rifle, then you're gonna take the handgun away from us. It's like, yo, Slime.
That was a very good impression.
That's exactly how they sound, bro, because it sounds ridiculous. They don't want no regulation whatsoever when it comes to these
weapons. Then you also have, I guess, they're trying to make more strict regulations, but it's like, the wrong people always somehow get their hands
It's
on.
not
That's
hard.
the point.
It's not hard
It's
at
not hard.
all.
Right.
To get
That's
a
the
gun.
point.
Money.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, but even if they crack down on law, it just be that. It's just, I mean, you gotta be aware of your surroundings. That's it. That's all you can do for this. You prepare your children, which is sad, but you have to. You prepare your children on what to do in a situation like that, just like you would about a stranger. Now, times are evolving to where we have to tell our youth, like, hey, you don't only got to worry about pedophiles and rapists or whatever. You got to worry about seeing if you see something funny or if you hear something funny, because, you know, obviously you don't want your kid to run a lot of gun noises, so they're not really going to know what that pop sound like. They're just going to hear it. So you got to, like, train them to understand there's certain noises that you can hear, certain noises that you don't want to hear, and when you know you need to go and find cover.
You have
or you
to
need
be
to run
attentive.
into. You have to be attentive, and you have to pass that along for them to be attentive. Because just because you know better doesn't mean they do. Just like and I want to say his name right, so I'm gonna look at it as we're going over our discussion. But the Army vet, his first instinct was to grab as many kids as he could in El Paso and save them because they were frantic and didn't know what they were doing. But it's like, were your parents shot?
Right.
Where were your parents at? Maybe God forbid their parents were
Lost in the
shot
chaos,
and lost and all of it.
Yeah.
But it's like at that point, those kids needed to have some type of mindset, like find cover in the chaos. But
They
when
needed
you're
an adult.
scared, it's like they needed an adult. They needed some guidance, and even in all that chaos and shit, it's like when you're scared, you don't know what you're really gonna do. You can say you're gonna do this and you can do that, but
When it
until
goes
you're
down.
in the middle of it, you don't know what you do. Like in a situation like that, like I've been in club shootings and like after hours shootings, and the first thing I did was try to find cover. But one time I went to a party, I think I mentioned it on the podcast before, but I went to a party and this dude started shooting, and it was like a bonfire. I had nowhere to hide. They locked all the doors in the house. There was nowhere to go. I literally, the first thing I did, I just ran on the ground. I just
That's the most you
ran,
could
jumped,
do.
and went on the ground. And I was just hiding in the bush. I lost half of my damn chocolate. Like it was a messy
Survival,
scene, but
baby.
Yeah.
it was like I was like, fuck, what do I do? And then I just did the first thing I thought about doing because I was just like, well, hopefully the bullet doesn't go through the ground. You know what I mean? But
That's
like,
the most you can do, man. Like the
you got
other
to
day-
teach a kid to do that. Like,
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
anything,
that's
crawl.
a
You
whole
need to
shit lot. That's a
crawl.
lot.
Your mood needed to like
And
crawl,
it's a
get
shame
under
we have to get to
a
that point.
bench,
You know what I mean?
something.
Just the other night.
but it's a blessing. There's men like him.
Right, absolutely. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah,
If-
I'm gonna
you
look
say
up-
you say he had his name. So when you find that name, I mean, you could tell us. But like the other day in 42nd in Times Square, I think a motorcycle
yeah.
backfired, and everybody's
Backfired.
like,
People panicked.
everybody's out, because that's the type of situation we living in right
Yeah.
now. You know what I mean? You hear a loud noise like that, just everybody just run,
True.
which is
Which sucks.
Yeah,
but
I'm
it's
sure
smart.
some hood nigga there like, what y'all niggas running for?
like that's not
His name
You know what I mean?
is U.S. Army. What is PFC? What is that?
Private first class.
Oh, maybe private.
Maybe.
Let's say that.
Sorry, y'all.
Landon Oakley Jr.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. Because we need people like that. Yeah. Applause. If I had this shit here, I would do it.
Right.
But we need people like that when chaos ensues. You know, of course, people are like, oh, I would do that to the shooter, whatever the case is, if that ever happened to me. You need people to facilitate exactly what's going on around, the area. Like you said, like with those kids running around, maybe they lost their parents in the chaos. Maybe the parents are shot, whatever the case is. He came in and held it down. So
He said, I saw a lot of kids just running without their parents, so I just was thinking about the kids. I picked up as many as I could possibly carry with me, and another guy did as well.
that's love, man.
I
Shout out
wasn't
to-
worried about myself. I was worried about the kids.
I'm mad that he's just the other guy now. But shout out to
I
the
know.
other guy. You know,
Yeah,
he probably
for
like
sure.
bounced or something.
Guess how old Oakley is?
32.
25.
Go.
How old?
22.
Yeah, let's go, man.
Like,
That's what I'm talking
that
about.
should be what you should be thinking at that point in your life, at that age, is say, like, help,
Say
like,
someone else.
save somebody else, not kill someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you shouldn't feel nothing but love and trying to live, and I don't
Right.
know, I can't.
No, 1,000%. That's why, like, I just we all want to send our love and condolences, like we said, even though like that happens all the time. That's what people say,
Yeah.
but it's true, bro. Like, whenever stuff like this happens, especially with us being so far and there's not much to do, that's the first thing I go to. Like, damn, like I just pray. You know what I mean, for those people who are affected, I pray for their ability to get over it. I pray for their ability to move forward. I know it's a difficult thing. I wish I could say, you know what I mean, that I understand what you're going through, but it's completely different. So that's all we can do, man. We appreciate y'all, bro. For real. Before we close it out, you have anything else? Before
Not
we
just
bookend
we
it?
pass our condolences on, like, and with a topic like that, there isn't really much that you can say. There's nothing.
It's a fact.
There's nothing we can say that can stop time from already happening.
I mean, hopefully, like in the future, we'll be able to, as a collective, just vote for people who have
The fucking
progressive thoughts when it comes to gun laws and
yeah,
stuff. So
yeah.
hopefully,
Yeah.
this kind of things, with these kind of things,
Can
end.
decrease and stop.
Yes, because it's epidemic level, y'all. Like in our adult lives, I can't count how many of these situations have happened.
Every
Like
year.
people with a gun and just going crazy, assault rifle to be
I
specific.
feel like we're working backwards in history.
Oh, absolutely. History always repeats itself, you know, and we living in a time, like you said, now we have to condition our children about it, you know, our family members about it. So, let's just do better, y'all. Let's just love each other. Why is that so difficult? why is that so difficult?
I don't know, but it's hard for some people.
Some people. Well, shout out to the other people. Not some people, know what I mean? So other than that, just alive in the mood, know what I mean? Let's get it together. Shell's got his slides on today.
Yeah, I was about to say something about the slides. I was going to let him live.
I mean, we feeling good.
My N1s.
With the polo socks. Comfy. Feeling good.
Great.
Bumpy.
So last week, like one of the major things that dropped that boosted everybody's, at least from what I saw, because everybody was in their fields with that Drake Care package.
Oh.
Look,
My son.
I'm very happy that he put out stuff that I already had in my phone. All in one. He created a personal playlist for me. Thank you.
Listen, now you can stream it. Before you have to go to SoundCloud, or if you downloaded it before, you had to go through the archives, whatever the case
YouTube. But like those are songs I played when I was getting ready. So yeah, he created a playlist for me. I appreciate him bringing back all those feelings. And now that I'm grown, I can feel those feelings because I've been through the experiences. So thank you, Drake, for letting me be able to actually cry to your shit.
I saw that too.
I don't feel the same.
It's like, I actually experienced what he was saying in the song.
So now it hurts.
I appreciate it more.
Oh, man, sweet Jesus.
Now I feel it.
You know, I didn't hear all the songs. Like, some of the songs were new to me.
There was two of them that were new to me. Like
what
the
song?
N1, I think I Can or something like
Can
that.
I?
Can I?
Can I?
That came out as a single.
What?
With
When?
Beyonce.
When?
That came out as a single, a few years ago.
What album was that supposed to go on?
It wasn't supposed to go on any album. It was just a single.
Bullshit.
No, it was just a single. He just released a single and it was with
bullshit.
her. There's a video to it and everything.
Where's my phone?
What?
Oh,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a big
How the fuck did I miss that?
yeah, you
there's another one
slept.
though. There's another one I missed.
All of those are old songs.
Can
I was a very
fucking
hard
hard.
I am and I was a very hard Drake fan growing up. All those songs are old. All of them.
Oh no,
Every
I
single
1000% it was old. I just missed.
But I'm saying
those two.
I can't believe you missed that.
I'm upset I did.
Can I
Damn,
miss it?
that was
Yes,
a
you
really
can.
good
Yeah,
one.
that's it.
Especially with Beyonce. I think that was the first time he did a song with Beyonce. It's the one and only.
Just me being me and being a fan of, because like the I Get Lonely 2s and all that, like I've
I
heard
thought
them, but those weren't really
I was missing
my
Jeremiah
records.
on that.
Huh?
Jeremiah's supposed to be on that track too. The version I have is Jeremiah on it as well.
So you got the demo. Hey.
We took him off, man.
Hey.
Give Jeremiah's dollars.
But all those is cool, but I was just happy to get his rapping tracks, bro. The 4 p.m.,
Oh yeah, in
5
Calabasas.
a.m.
Yeah.
We
5
got
a.m. to
Jodeci Freestyle.
back.
I told
Jodeci Freestyle, yeah.
How now?
How about now
nigga.
is my
I play the instrumental for
and
that
you
shit
suck
all the
right
time.
now.
Yo.
That the little effort that you put in was enough. How about now?
That
The
shit
only
was
thing I
hard,
would have
bro.
made that, what's the joint he had with James Blake? I don't think he officially released it, but it was out. It was a single, but I don't think he released it on streaming. Damn.
How's it go?
Oh, 0 to 100. 0 to 100.
Real quick.
I don't know why he didn't put 0 to 100 on that
Oh,
bitch.
yeah.
That wasn't that.
'Cause it was
I
that
guess it
one and
would
then switched over
feel
to,
the theme.
Yeah. It was
Something
2
else,
tracks.
a different track, but it was James Blake on the outro, and that shit was hard. But I was just glad to see my son in his bag back in the day. Like, yo, you got it on streaming now? I'm going to put that on the 2019 playlist, even though it came out in
Let me get
2015.
some money for some songs I've already released.
No, that's smart, though.
That is smart. That's great business tactic. That's,
Because-
hey, I don't got to recreate another album right now. Here
Exactly.
you go.
Here,
son.
album
Here,
Here
I
you
got
go,
everything
chill.
in one
Yeah.
space. Like, here, nigga.
Just
Shut the fuck up
chill.
now.
Reminisce on my old shit. Let me
Trash
show you
artwork.
how I run this shit.
Because I was on Twitter, and I was like, wait a second. That's why I tweeted I texted y'all, like, yo, this
Yeah.
nigga come out with a B-sides album?
What?
And I went on IG, I was like, oh, okay, I got you.
Alright, well,
I got
smart.
you. Releasing that. Yes.
You think Nas inspired
That's
it?
a good PR move too.
I'm going to keep 1,000%. Yes, I do believe he did inspire it. I don't think this is something he's been planning for quite some time. You
Yeah.
look at the fucking album.
And you don't
art, that shit
need
was
to,
trash.
yeah, no. And you don't need to plan it if you already have everything you need.
He don't.
You have all your ammunition for it. All you gotta do is put that bitch in the track list. Put it on a piece of paper because that's exactly what they did. They word documented that fucking
Easily. He said, yo, which ones we don't got on
Checklist.
streaming? Oh,
back.
yeah, put
Throw
those
a, back,
on.
a black
one.
background, write it in white text. Little cursive. That's it.
There was a, damn, I wish I could remember off the top of my head, but there's an old album that was just horrible, and it looks Very similar to that. So it's like, was he
By
trying to like
Drake?
pay homage? No, by some like other rapper, like back in 03 or something like that.
By
But it's like,
Drake.
was he trying to pay homage to that? I'm like, nah, bro. Just say an album artist trash when it's trash, bro. Just they probably like right then, they're like, yo, you got a lot of tracks that you haven't released. He's like, yo, you know what? Draft up a quick little album art. We're gonna drop this on Apple tonight. All right, cool. Tweet it out.
Bet. Say
easy.
less. Done.
10 minutes.
Shit.
Fucking
Stuck with it now.
drops number one. You know what I mean? That
Millions
easy.
of dollars
Easy.
for everything. Yeah,
Well,
that's
listen,
smart.
he worked
bro.
himself to that position.
There was a funny thing though. Actually, I think it's OVO Fest tickets that are getting resold in Canada.
Of course.
And there was
the
a
hustle.
girl tweeted and was like, "Damn, Drake brings a concert to his own country. He can go to the U.S. and do shopping sprees for a video, but he comes to his own country and fucking tickets are $1,000." He wrote her back and said, "I mean, I could do a lot of things, but I can't do nothing about resale tickets, shorty."
It's a fact.
Which is
You gotta
right.
be
Like,
on it.
Yeah, man. It's the market.
Gotta cop.
The asking
what is he
price,
supposed
man.
to do? Yeah, that's
do
like
shit.
sneakers. Like Kanye didn't ask for $1,000 sneakers. He charges $250, $225,
Even though
$250.
he did say he wanted them to be affordable.
Soon,
Right,
okay?
but $225, $250 is
What
still in the
decrease have you seen?
affordable
How
range.
much is Yeezy
And
Season 5?
as soon as it jumps up, it's 700 or more.
I would real quick. I will say to him, his goal was to make it more affordable and accessible to people, and I will say he did make them accessible, and they're technically more affordable now. But I don't think he's gonna get like Walmart
Because
prices.
the resale prices are
Anyway.
lower?
But yeah, I saw somebody
Don't
like, yo,
count
at OVO Fest, he brought out Gucci Mane, brought out Cardi B, Meek, everybody. Like, it was worth the price. Somebody was like, no, it wasn't. It still wasn't worth $1,200 to get.
Just to get sweated on?
But it's only because those people that are spending that much money, they're not going to regret spending that much money on a ticket because they
That's
want it that
experience.
bad.
Yeah.
Not even if they can afford it, because there's some people that probably are saving all their fucking coins just to afford that ticket, just like people do for sneakers. When I was a young sneakerhead, I remember kids used to literally like save their last allowance money or work their ass off just to buy a pair of sneakers that got resold for too high. It's what they felt getting to accomplish, getting that ticket or getting that item, anything that they don't regret it because they like, fuck it. I wanted to come and now I'm here. Cool. I got to see Gucci Mane. All that. Like, people value different things. We're looking at it more, I would say, with a mature mindset. I don't think it'd be worth it.
$1,000 for?
None. I'm getting into that. I don't
Paid
personally think.
$70 and saw Jay-Z
I don't
front row
personally
naked.
think that I will do that, but the people that want to, they're gonna make it happen.
It's a fact. No, that's a very good
It's
point.
worth it for them.
That's a very good point. Like Beyonce comes to town, whatever. Resale maybe 800.
All right, do I get to meet her?
How much-
Do I get to meet her with that?
How much would you pay to meet Beyonce to shake her hand? Would you pay $1,200
$1,200
to shake her hand and talk to her?
No, not Beyonce.
We can meet her for free if we keep on hustling. Shit.
Beyonce is a
Jay-Z.
legend.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z and Beyonce are the same person.
No, you said Beyonce.
They're
What's
fucking
all-
married.
you hold-
That
hold
don't mean they
differently.
do everything
They're-
together.
I'm
No,
saying
you're supposed
they're
to
the
say
same
Rihanna. You're
person.
supposed to say Rihanna for
Rihanna is less valuable than Beyonce.
No,
so.
to him, I
whom?
said to him.
Oh, to you,
whom?
because you got a crush on her.
That's your opinion.
Would you
Okay,
pay,
that's
would you
your
pay
opinion.
a stack to
I
see?
paid $5.
See?
Her
But that
net
proves your
worth
point. That
value
proves
is
your
not
point.
okay. Yeah, see,
That proves your point.
if you want to and
Several.
you have the passion for it, you would. I would pay $1,200
Shit,
to
I have
meet
the
Beyonce.
passion.
I'm not paying $1,200 to meet Rihanna.
Never question the passion.
But just like a meet and greet? Like
Yeah,
you
so
said
I can
just to meet Beyonce?
conversate.
I get the meet and beat.
I want to conversate. Like, I want to literally. I hope his girlfriend watches this shit.
She
That's
knows.
a new event for 104.5. Yo, welcome
meet
to the
and
meet
beat.
and beat, you heard?
that?
Don't listen to me, y'all. I'm just fucking around.
That's ideas. Don't steal that idea.
But
Imagine.
Copyright.
You so nasty.
anyway,
Yeah. So these whoever thought it was worth it to them paid $1,200 to see Drake bring
Some
out 50,000
influencer.
people and to have the Larry O'Brien
The
trophy blown up right there. I thought it was dope, actually, man. All the recaps look fucking lit. He turns up, like you say, he could have had that anywhere else, but he has it in Toronto.
yeah, he gave
Turn
him the
fuck up.
option for them to have that. I mean, and where else would you want to have your fest?
At home.
At home, where you know that's your love. You want to bring. There's people that flew in to go to Canada to see it, so I'm bringing revenue to my country too. So yeah, that is helping. People are just looking at it from like a selfish point of view, so they don't realize that all that PR, all that like media love is doing a lot for Canada. Drake did a lot for Canada. Motherfuckers want to visit there just because he's from there. You know what I mean? Like he's a good figure. He's a good public figure for them for sure. But funny story about fangirling. I fucking fangirled over honey cocaine one time when I was a kid.
What?
I just remembered she had because now that I have
didn't she get shot?
Yeah, she got shot. She got shot too. I used to love honey cocaine. It was so weird. Oh my God. I did, and she had blonde hair and braces. Just saying. Man, so it was coincidentally, later on in life, I have not even thought about her name in the last like 3 years. No, shut up. Fuck it. I had blonde hair after she did, like when she did when I was younger in high school.
She said, yo, I'm Ras P. You ain't heard about me? Yo, honey, stop playing. She's like, yeah, I heard of you, actually. You have a really dope podcast. Even though this is mad long ago, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, this shit was like high school. So obviously I didn't have braces or anything in high school, so none of that.
So what'd you do when you pulled up on her?
I'm pretty sure I got to like dap her up. I got to meet her.
But you were able to like say what you wanted to say, or was it like, yo,
it was just like, hi, nice to meet you. She was like, hey, what up? Da-da-da, and that was it. It was quick.
That happened to me before.
It was literally like an outside.
Like back in the day. I'd be like, yo, bro, like, you have everything up here. Like, yo, when I see this person, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that.
Well, you just ask for money,
like,
bro.
Yo, I went to Sunset Music Festival. Remember when Yes Jules was big?
Yeah.
She had when she first came out and she was getting real big. She went to Sunset Music Festival, and you know she's from Tampa, so am I. So
was your idol?
I went.
That's what we spoke about.
She wasn't my idol. I just liked her from social media, and she had a cool vibe going.
When she first came out, it was a very inspiring story.
Yeah, you know like she was adopted. She came from literally nothing. She worked her ass off in Miami. Mm-hmm. She knew all these people, and then it turned into a culture vulture thing. But at the beginning of it, it was very inspirational, and it was like, damn, I could do this. And then I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do in life. And I was like, damn, well, she's doing this, and then she's going through here, and she's going in all these ventures. She's interviewing artists and getting up and doing things that I want to do. And I'm still on the path to doing it. I just took a different one. But she inspired me a lot. And then I looked up to her. So I had seen her. She was probably like 20 feet away from me. And my homegirl knew I liked her. Huh? Because it was funny as fuck. Because my homegirl seen her. My homegirl was like, that's Yes Jules. She's about to get on the cart. You want to go say hey? And I was like, no, I'm good. I didn't want to say hey because I was just like, I didn't want to look lame.
Yeah, I hear you.
Which is like, you shouldn't look lame being, just saying what up, whatever. But now that I've I worked with the radio station, I met a lot more celebrities. Mm-hmm. I've had that like one-on-one experience to be able to talk and interview people. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's different. I'm not being as like fangirly. I'm not being as childish because I've had the experience. But at fucking 18, 17, 18, I'm like, oh my God, she's so famous. But really, it's like social media and like just a bunch of people know her. But it's like, back then, and when I met Honey Cocaine, I was like 16. So like,
I can speak about
the fact that you knew Honey Cocaine at 16 is crazy. But
why? That was the time when I was like 16, I think, right?
She was popping.
Yeah, she was popping when I was like 16.
This was what, like 20?
Yeah, I was in high school still. I had to be like, I graduated in 2013 and I was 17. Yeah. So I had to be like 15, 16 when I met her. How is that crazy? But she was like 21, I think.
Because it's like you pulling up on somebody like, nah, it's going to be corny, like whatever the case is. Or I don't want to seem like a fangirl. But what I learned, as you get older, you're in this position more like, it means nothing just to show people that you appreciate them. You know what I mean? Like, yo, listen, your journey, like, I fuck with it, keep on going, boom. But I would keep it. I'm never like a photography person. Like, people want pics and all that. Like, nah, I would rather like have that one-on-one experience.
And like saying,
if you're gonna flick, that's fine. But I'm not like, yo.
I have a pair of Cement 3s signed by Currency. What? That was one of the best. I never knew that. That was one of the best experiences of my life. Best concert ever. I'm like reminiscing. I did.
Wait,
I was like, I swear to God.
What Currency concert?
He came to Ybor. Where did he come to? Fucking.
I went to a show in Orlando.
Czar. I think it was called Czar. With like it's like Czar, but it's called Czar.
I'm about to say, you went to the one in Orlando? How was that? No.
I just moved out here.
I don't know.
Yeah, weirdo. a few years ago. I'm like, what?
wanted
No,
to
this
connect
was when
with
I
you,
was in
man.
high school.
I tried, bro.
When I was in high school again, but I used to try to go to a lot of concerts, and I always wanted to be more. I was like more fangirly. But yeah, the guy that I had went with literally pushed me through the crowd, put me on his shoulders, so I could give Currency
to
my
that
fucking
dude.
cement threes, and those are his favorite retros. So I was like, please sign my shoe. He signed it, and
I
I
got a little
literally
foot.
still have them, bro. Like literally still have them.
You want them?
What?
You wear them?
I wore them once since then.
That's fine,
Once. But it was like, I forgot what event I went to. It was like a cool type of event, and I wore them to like flex.
Whose signature is that?
Next time you interview him and shit, just bring the other one so he can sign the other one. Like, bro, you don't remember this, but you signed this one. Can you sign this other one?
You know who else I actually spoke to?
Who?
ASAP Perp. Right? Is it Perp? With the...
Perp?
He died.
ASAP Yams.
Oh, Yams. Damn, that's an asshole
Yeah, that's
move.
bad. We gonna bleep
Yeah.
that out. She didn't say that.
Damn.
We're not gonna bleep it out, but she just
But
embarrassed
you know
herself.
why I called him that, so that's not.
Yes, but it's
Yams. I met Yams, actually, too.
Aren't yams purple too?
Yams had the most popping Tumblr of all time, man. Missed that.
His whole vibe was perp, so I'm sorry. It's been a long time. It really
You weren't
has. And I
pro-
don't,
yeah, it's fine. It's cool. We
no,
don't let that
his
slide.
vibe really was perp, so I did. I apologize to him.
But to go back to Drake real quick, I want to know, because then I'll drop it if not. Are y'all Party Next Door fans?
Yes.
Everybody's Party Next Door fans?
More or
He
less.
said new party dropping. Very excited for that. I don't give a
But-
fuck what he did at OVO Fest. He
but-
said party's dropping. God damn it. About to have a party. It's over. So party. we
Party
waiting
Next Door is
That's
another
cool.
Drake, I feel like, for us.
Party Next Door is dropping, but
On the low.
somebody else is
On the
also
low,
an
but
album mode.
if you really peep it, he is. Like that,
especially early.
Take care type of like,
He has.
and early on Drake.
He's just a great producer and songwriter. What were you saying though?
I would say somebody else is dropping too. So, well, somebody's in album mode.
Who?
Lord Abel.
They loving the crew.
The funniest shit is the picture you sent us and you were like, yep, we about to get Abel back.
Had to, bro.
Weeknd's
He
dry-
broke up with homegirl again. I'm like, yo,
That's
son,
it,
we
bro.
about to
I
get
think that's after the second breakup, you gotta
Yeah,
let the
man.
shit die.
Yeah,
the other half.
he's done with
of-
the cocaine.
What's the last one? My Dog Melancholy. We gonna get the other half.
But that was towards Selena.
Huh? But no, but that's
But
what I'm
you're
saying.
saying now
Just
you're
break
gonna
that
get the
whole
Bella.
thing. Yeah, break
Yeah,
that
it's
same
a bit-
This one's
energy
gonna be deeper, man.
over here.
Yeah, probably.
Call
I
out my
liked
name
Bella and
shit.
him better together, anyways. But
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it the same when it
Yes.
first happened, and I'm never into like celebrity, like couple,
Couples.
whatever the shit. When they got back together, I'm like, that's probably good for my son. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
they were a good
Like,
look.
just
They were a good
overall.
vibe.
And then it just it didn't work out, but
No.
it's gonna work out in the music, hopefully.
Yes.
We can get some new Abel soon. I wouldn't be surprised if he drops an EP first and then drops like.
I
some
wouldn't
shit,
be
just like
mad
all
if he
these
did.
motherfuckers
Just
been
give us a
doing.
little something.
Kind of
first.
sad that we're celebrating tragedy in his life potentially.
Well, we don't know if
For
it
an
was
album.
tragedy. They both said they broke up to focus on their
Our
careers.
schedules were in whatever the case is.
And that
Y'all
could
know
be,
y'all
though.
tight at each other. Bring that angst
As
and
whoever
emotional
dates somebody
fucketry
first
in your
is
music.
about to be some drama.
That's it.
We'll see.
Don't get caught in public.
Call out my name. Yo, that
That's
shit
a
is
light-skinned
hard,
nigga,
man.
bro. It is.
I need
It
him, Frank Dukes, Elangelo in the booth just together. Just y'all three niggas just get together. I need Party to be being Party. Make a fire album.
Put
Better
Rihanna
than
on
P3. And then we gonna be good. God damn it.
That's it.
Because I remember like 2 years
Summer's
ago,
over, baby.
he had his own
Next season. Summer is
winter's coming,
over,
bro.
so
I mean, it's
that's
still hot as
honestly
shit
what
outside,
it is,
so-
bro. Like,
so that's not how I
it's
feel.
OVO.
the seasons are changing, so it's like all these artists that's their season is coming up.
Sad boy times.
Yes,
Sad
In the
boys are back,
crib.
baby.
hot
Let's go.
cocoa by the
This is weird.
fire ass niggas.
All right.
But I was saying, I remember like 2 years ago, the nigga did a special version of OVO Sound, which is like Drake's, radio
Radio,
station,
right?
whatever the
Radio,
case
it is.
is.
That's his radio.
And he was dropping he dropped like a couple fire joints on there that never ever came out. And them shit sounded akin to like old party, like P1, P2, and they never came out. I'm like, yo, bro. And then, he been working on Beyonce shit. I went
That
back
was
on the
the
Lion
most
King
fire
shit. I ain't seen him on
fact
there.
I've ever heard about him. Mm-hmm. Like, what? You working on me?
You got to be recluse. Like, listen, I'm working with her. I'm working with Reese, so I got to put my own shit to the back burner. But I don't know how to
That's
explain
crazy.
like the type of music Party makes. But that shit, especially for a nigga like me, I just appreciate it. And Weeknd, that nigga just on a whole nother level. Like just completely different from songwriting and everything. Just his vocals, dog. Especially
True.
live, that nigga can sing. He can't sing. He can sing.
Waiting
And
for
nobody
that.
sound like that nigga.
No. That nigga birthed
nobody looks
a
like
lot
him.
of niggas.
That's a fact.
That nigga's a father to many.
Even
He birthed that thick dread look.
especially in
Honestly.
like the. You think he birthed it? He ain't birthed it.
I think he trademarked it.
Mainstream with it.
Who birthed it?
Hey, Miami niggas.
This,
What'd you say?
He said Denzel
some
Curry.
Zoe niggas.
Yeah, them niggas.
But we're gonna put it like this.
Welcome.
But,
When it comes
but
to
you know what I mean?
niggas on a high level, he definitely.
Yeah, that bummy look. I feel like it's a bummy look.
wouldn't
That's
call it
for sure bummy. Yes. You got a
Just
dookie
the
dread.
hair? Or you
The
mean
hair.
overall?
No, the hair.
It's the hair.
Not-
It's the hair.
It's the hair. It's not the overall look. He's smooth. He dresses well.
It's the hair.
So you were happy when he
It's
cut his
hair.
hair?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't like hair. I don't like hair. I don't like.
Oh.
No, I don't.
Oh.
You learn something new about you every day. So
I
you're
could
like
tell.
mad hair, like it's over. No dreads, no nothing, no afro. What if like Jay, he got the smooth, like, know what I mean? He's just gonna break them shits back real quick, like one of
I
those.
mean, Jay, you always have a good hairstyle. I've never
Boom.
complained
See?
about your hair. It is.
Then why he got long hair technically?
Yeah, but is he wearing
The
a
longest
dookie
hair.
braid?
Goddamn.
I don't like Shell's hair.
A lot of people.
God damn.
Hey, my girl does. So.
I know.
He
right?
came
We've
in
had
like
this
3 weeks ago with a
conversation.
new hairstyle. You said
Yeah,
you
and
fuck
she
with it
said
when
cut
you
it.
took
I said cut it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like cut it.
Oh, I thought you were
Immediately,
like,
she said cut it. Yeah.
I was like, I think you should cut your hair.
It's
He
like
was my
her
girl
and
loves it.
freaking our
I think you should
homegirl
cut your
Crystal.
hair.
Yeah.
It's like her and our own girl Crystal. There's only people that hate my hair.
But I
You know
mean,
when
it's
nobody
your hair.
asks for your opinion, but niggas still gonna give it. Yeah, you should cut your hair.
Well, you know, I always
That's
give
two
my
cents.
opinion.
And that shit braided this weekend.
Yo, that just boosted my
Like
shit.
mystical.
So listen, shout out to Party,
That's
shout
what
out
we
to
doing.
Weeknd,
Just for spite, nigga.
shout out to Dress
Ah.
Package. Pause. Hey yo,
Wait, I don't know what you said. What happened?
you had to be there.
All right.
Y'all know what I meant.
Play it back.
Wait, we missed it.
He said
You weren't
something
there.
that
Jay
Jay
was
caught.
there, and the listeners was here. Or the viewership.
Clearly, Jay was there.
That shit was crazy.
All right. Well,
So
man,
what
if
else?
you can call
What
yourself
else?
out, man, that's very
We're
mature
gonna
of you.
transition to something else. That shit just blew my.
Nah, bro. Mellow in it a
Nah,
little bit
now I
more.
want to hear it.
She gonna play it back somehow.
I'm like, what?
Yo,
I'm
stop,
putting
stop,
this shit on
look at him,
stop the
recorder.
footage.
Look at this
Yeah,
nigga. That
Jay
shit
dead,
just
bro. Jay, you said something wild, bro. I can't wait to go back and hear it. What's the timestamp?
We shut the fuck up. It's time to change the topic.
Oh, shit.
Right.
Listen, I
Okay,
know something I
so-
want to talk about.
All right, that's
you
our
going?
last topic. So,
Okay.
so pick wisely. We
So
can rock,
this-
paper, scissors
Listen,
to see
what
if
we're
it's
gonna
you.
talk about is this past weekend because I want to know your opinions on this. Not sure how far
Okay.
we're gonna get on it, but that 50 best rappers.
Boom,
list
that's
that
what I
came
was
out.
going to say.
Look at y'all on the
you.
same wavelength.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking about.
That was literally what I was going to say because I felt like it was a good.
Interesting.
It's something I know you wanted to go over. So
Yes,
Fucking
so over
nonsense.
the weekend, like some podcasts put out this 50 best rappers list in their opinion.
I want to get the full list right now.
So we're gonna get the list, and then we're gonna go. We're not gonna go through it.
No.
But this shit went crazy, in my opinion, at least, because just that number 3. Who was that number 3? Who was that?
Jump, pump,
It was Lil Durk,
pump,
right?
No, it was Joe Budden.
It was Lil
Number
Lil
3.
Durk.
That was Joe Budden.
Just please.
Well, that's the first one. Like everybody else put, like Lil Durk put his own shit out.
Oh, you're saying it was Joe Budden's podcast, right?
No.
You was fucking number 3.
Oh,
So this podcast, this is a random podcast, put out
Okay.
their own list.
all right.
And then through that list, 50,000 lists came out. So the reason why I think it went viral
Cool.
is because Joe Budden was number 3 and there was a couple other shits that
That's
was
a
on there.
fucking flex. How the fuck did he make? Oh, I see. The Brew Podcast. Shout out to the Brew Podcast for brewing up all this
Oh, that's
conversation. It said, let's argue. Top 50 greatest rappers of all time. If I could say it really fast, will y'all applaud me?
No, we're not going to do
We're gonna
the whole
do
thing.
10.
Jay-Z,
Top
Nas, Joe
10.
Budden, Styles P, Black Thought, Fabulous, Jadakiss, Biggie, Ghostface, Kendrick, Benny Siegel. How the fuck did Kendrick get below Joe Budden?
That's why I'm
That's it.
saying
Or
stop,
Benny
it's not
Siegel.
worth it.
Rakim.
not worth
Rakim is under.
It's
Joe
not, I
Budden gotta
told you,
be.
stop, just stop
See,
giving
see?
them.
Look at you.
That's exactly the
look at
point.
you.
You see?
Wow.
You see what we're saying?
You're being live affected by the troll.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
So welcome.
Not a
to
lot
the
of footage of
topic.
that online. That's
Now
rare,
she
that was rare
understands. She
footage.
just thought it was like a valid list
This
and shit.
That's rare
motherfucker.
footage. Look at her go.
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you.
Number 3.
So my question is, do you have like Joe Budden in your top 50?
Why is
Top
Lloyd
50?
Banks?
Top 50 in the 50 list.
50 greatest or 50 favorite?
50 greatest.
Greatest.
I have him.
Yeah.
I have him top 50.
Who?
Joe
Joe
Budden.
Budden. I have him probably like.
I honestly,
50-40?
the only
music.
song that I know is the one that was on.
That's
Yeah.
Because you would have to like know his like discography and his work and all that. Because we had this before,
He's
like
a
his
pioneer.
mixtape shits and all that.
I know
music.
Joe Budden more like his pop, like him after he did
Love
like
and hip hop.
But even
not
that,
loving
bro,
hip
not
hop,
even
no.
going to Slaughterhouse,
But like when he came talk show,
top 50.
more so like when he got into doing like his internet talk shows and getting into that. That's when I really got into be like fucking with Joe Budden,
Right,
because I
yeah.
didn't like his character before, so I never
It's just
paid
his
attention to him.
wordplay, man, and he just knows how to. He could just rap, dog. Like he's the first. Him and Game were the first dudes I remember that just did like 10, 15-minute rap songs.
And now the Game is
Easily.
45 on the list.
I mean, I would put Game up there.
I would put Game in my list of rappers for sure.
It's like I would love to entertain that, but number one, it takes too long, and there's so many criteria.
yeah.
Like top
like you said, top 50. Like, is it your favorite?
Yeah.
Are we specifically going on bars?
Or you just
Are we
saying
going
50
by
people?
Everything
It's
together.
too many criteria, man.
Because there's so many rappers, like especially back in the day, like Cool G Rap, people like this, KRS-One, that might not be on other people's 50s, but they're gonna be on mine because that's
know,
who I came
you're
up
aware.
on, and they could rap
You're
and
not
they can
ignorant.
out rap, whoever's
A
under
large
them on
percentage
this
of niggas.
From these from this rap list as well though. Oh, it says in
list. Like
order.
this little rap.
This little
exactly.
rap
they
list. It said
rap.
in order.
Rap list.
In order.
I love Styles P.
It's
Styles P is
on.
not top. Isn't he top 5 on that list or something
4,
like that?
man.
He's number 4. Love Ghost, 1000%. He's in my top 50. Of
I
course.
love Fab. I like that
I
Fab's
don't
in
know if
top
he's in my
10.
top 50.
He's not.
I think Ghost is in top 20.
Ghost is up there.
Ghostface Killer? Top 10 for me.
He's top 10.
Top 10
He's
for
not.
me.
I think
Yeah,
top
I
20
probably
for me,
should've
not
thought
top
about
10.
this before, right? To
But
come up with a little.
what I
Easily.
will say is that I do like that they have Jay-Z and Nas in their top 5. I will agree with them on that.
You might. I'm not gonna say.
Joe
I was
Budden.
gonna say you kind of have to, but you don't have to. But
I don't know who Black Thought is.
bring up.
I don't know who Black Thought is.
We're gonna get back to that.
Or you can give me a song. I probably know a song,
You know the
but I
Roots?
don't. Is that
He's like the rapper in the Roots. He's the one that raps for the Roots. You know what I mean? He's the only rapper. How about Jimmy
You're not
Fallon? You know
singing
Jimmy Fallon?
nothing.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Fallon show? That's the Roots. His band is the Roots. And Black Thought is the
Oh,
rapper.
really?
Yeah, he has the
Okay.
beard.
Yes.
He went
Alright.
off on Funk Flex like last
I
year.
think
for like a 12-minute
I'm pretty
freestyle.
sure I've seen know his face.
Yeah.
But
If you
I
heard
don't
certain
know.
songs, you would be like,
his
oh, I
music
know.
like separate.
But Lupe had a different perspective on his. What did Lupe say was his top 3?
His top 3, he went on IG Live and just talked some shit. He said his top 3 was Homeboy Sandman, who is super underground,
Super
but
duper.
could still rock a festival. Aesop Rock,
Damn, top
same
3?
thing. Yeah,
Okay.
like people still study. Another one that can rock a festival and have the whole crowd.
So
going.
performances. He's saying like
Well, I'm just saying, like these are established underground rappers
Who
you know,
can to this day like
that a lot of
perform at
people
festival.
don't know of.
But his Lupe's point was these are people that I study, so that's how I gauge my top 50 or whatever the case is. And the
Yeah.
third one was
MF Doom,
MF Doom.
the great
MF Doom is actually nice.
I ain't see him on nobody's list.
Yeah, I mean he slept on.
I might.
top 10 for me.
He's up there. He's up there.
Easily.
Not gonna lie to you. And
He
I
had great
got on Doom
artwork
late.
too.
I was on Doom
He's
late,
cool. He's creative.
and he's about to release something new too, right?
Yeah,
Ain't he about to
something's
drop
coming
something?
soon.
What I would say is this track. Besides that, I noticed it was in order, but this track list is geared towards like
Track
a certain type of I didn't even see Drake was on this, but certain type of artists like there's a lot of
North
North
Bias.
artists. It's biased. It's definitely biased. All this shit is biased. I mean, there's some that come from like the West Side. I don't know if like Middle East is in there or anything, but like it's definitely Northern rappers. Is Middle Eastern Northern? Why are you laughing?
You mean Midwest?
Midwestern, whatever.
Bro, I was like, my man Saddam rapping now.
So
Prince Saeed?
Midwest. My bad, y'all.
it's good.
Midwest.
Prince Ali was rapping in the Latin. Nigga, I don't know what you talking about.
Midwest.
The demo.
And there's some from like the West Side, but it's definitely a lot of East Side, like Northern rappers in this list. So I think it's biased.
I mean, and then that happened, and then that spawned 50,000 top 50 lists.
Yeah.
Like you said,
Of
Lil
course,
Durk
when you
had
talk
his.
music, everyone has a different ear. So when you talk music and you try to basically either not rank their rapper or
Yeah.
they
Nobody's
feel
gonna
like
agree.
disrespect, no one's going to agree.
Ever.
Unless they have the same ear as you. And no one really has the
Right.
same ear. So you might agree on 50 to 70% of what, like, we all would have a different top 50.
Mm-hmm.
We'd have a different top 10, you know?
That's a
And we
super
can sit
fact.
here and argue
I'm gonna shut up
about
yours.
it.
But that's
So-
why, like, on this podcast,
But I'm
like, I
sure we'd
wanted
have
to
like
do,
2 or 3 of the same artists.
like, just to converse about it. I wanted to have like a however many rappers list. We discussed doing like albums, like doing a bracket, like
Yeah.
March
Oh,
Madness
we
type
did.
shit.
We forgot
I
about
want to do
that.
that. I definitely
We
want to
should
do
do
that.
it.
But the whole point is that it just takes time, and there's a lot of
it would,
criteria
we would
that
have
goes with that.
to.
I
Don't
did-
be lazy.
I did appreciate Dirk's list because that's from a different generation. You know what I mean? So Dirk's list, when I saw it, I was
True,
like,
nigga.
I'm not mad at Dirk's list.
What's his top 10?
I had it here, but I can't find it. And then I saw a top 50 R&B artist. I'm like, I'm done with y'all,
yeah,
bro.
see?
I can't do this shit. And then they had like R. Kelly third, but they scratched him out and put someone else because of obvious reasons. I was like, y'all petty.
Would you take him out your list because of that?
R. Kelly?
Yeah.
If we talking about
Okay,
it,
I got his.
I don't
I have
got
his
the
list. He goes
Who's his top five? Top five.
Meek Mill, Lil Baby, Lil Uzi, Young Thug, and Future.
You think about right now, I'm not mad at that.
Just
You know what I mean?
okay.
I'm not mad. Because guess what? Anyone doing a top 50 is not putting any of them motherfuckers in that shit.
Yeah.
But once
Damn,
again,
this
different
nigga got
criteria.
Lil Skies on here.
Different criteria.
Yeah.
Like Ty Dolla $ign
He's
is
getting
lower
payola?
than Lil Skies.
How is Ty Dolla a rapper?
Bro,
He's getting payola.
I
That's
could
it, bro.
keep Glocks on here.
Put me on your list, bro.
Roddy
Put me on your IG.
Rich. I don't feel like, the
I feel like
Nav is
you're
last,
reacting
dead
again.
last. I don't consider Nav really a rapper. Would he be a rapper?
No.
No,
He's
I don't
a
consider
poser.
him. He's like
He's a poser. That's what he is.
He don't like me.
he's like a mix. Trippie Redd is 25. Ooh, I spit. 25 more spots higher than T Grizzly, YG, and Nipsey Hussle.
You're reacting way too much to this again.
No, I'm reacting properly.
See, now I'm very interested to see like
Why
what my
is
top
Nipsey-
would be.
It's just you would look at it getting upset.
NBA Youngboy is in the top 20.
This is why we wanted to
Yo,
talk about
this
this.
He's
is-
higher
this is
than
it.
he's higher than A Boogie.
It's happening
This is
real
way too
time,
much,
y'all. Y'all
yo.
seeing this? These
He's like, yo, cut
reactions.
the camera, yo. I'm about to go over this list real quick.
He said,
Tory
I understand
Lanez.
now. But we can say one thing. Everybody has Jay as number one. Isn't that funny?
Stop
Well,
looking
minus
at the
Lil
Oh my
Durk.
god,
Please put down
this shit
the
is
list.
disrespectful. This
Put
nigga
it
got.
down.
Durk's list
Put
now?
it
This nigga
down.
got.
Put the list
I thought
down.
you said he wasn't mad at it.
Put the list down.
I wasn't mad at top 5 for his opinion.
But
I wouldn't choose him for top.
This
What
is
the
just
fuck
one
kind of
list.
shit is this?
Oh my
This
goodness.
nigga got Nicki Minaj.
Nigga.
Like what?
this is Nisa and
Nicki
real time
Minaj
finding out
is
Lil
fucking
Durk's top.
what?
She's been reading this
Nicki
list for the
Minaj
last
is
5
fucking
minutes.
in top 10,
How
but
long?
this nigga
For the
got
last 5 minutes. Just going
Nipsey
over this
Hussle.
list. This one list.
Jay, what you
First
think?
of all, I fuck with Young Dolph, and this nigga got Young Dolph damn near 45 on his list. First,
You look triggered.
That was a lot.
it's a lot to read.
That was.
I'm upset.
I tried to say stop.
I'm really upset.
Try to stop
Honestly, I'm about to take my
Or your
shit.
Drake shit?
Yeah, I'm upset right now. I'm about to take my shit off. I'm going home. I'm going the fuck home. Like,
That's
to
what
say
I'm
stop.
saying, bro. This shit
They
spawned
did
a
it.
whole
They
bunch
got
of
you.
different shit. So what we gonna do? Nah, imagine we gonna come out with our
but
own
I will
50.
say the only
That's gonna take
song
forever.
that I like by Lil Durk is Homebody.
Lil Durk got fire.
His
Yeah,
opinion- his
he got
opinion.
sizzle,
You think less of him now.
He got this.
and I think less of him.
You think
now.
him. You definitely think
Yeah,
less of him now.
for sure.
Listen, when I first heard him, he came out with "This Is What You Want." That was like the street anthem, and that shit to this day is still hard. I don't know if you heard it. You had to be there to understand. That shit. Was hard.
Can you rap it a
That's
little
what put
bit?
him on. That's what put him on. Now I'm gonna keep it a sec. I don't remember his verses, but I remember literally the verses like
What's
this
the
ain't
chorus?
what you want.
Oh, I have heard that song.
Yes,
that
that's
song was
what's
hot. That song was
hard,
hot. You're
bro.
right, but I
To
didn't
come
know it
out
was
the
Lil
gate,
Durk.
True.
To come out the gate, hard.
Yeah, that was a good song.
He had no
You're right,
one
and it
Durk that
was
just
a-
came out like last year, and everybody was freestyling over that shit. That shit.
The viral
Anyway,
shit.
we're not gonna get into
Yeah.
this.
You're
Long
right.
story
I agree.
short,
Don't get pissed off about a list.
that 50s, that shit got so much traction, bro, and like E-Bros putting
It
this shit up,
started.
all these different.
Did you see E-Bros
complexes putting this
handwriting?
shit.
That nigga has like wild, nice handwriting. Like,
Well,
I was
he's like
jealous.
old school '80s like graffiti type shit. So I wouldn't be surprised.
That shit was
you know what I mean?
fire. I'm like, damn, what's up?
I got chicken scratch.
That's what you got.
I write like a doctor.
You.
Damn.
You know, they say smart people write raggedy.
Yeah, that's
I made that up.
That's what. No,
She laughed.
that's what we need to
I
tell
just made
ourselves.
it up. You know what I mean?
That's how we justify it. Like, I'm smart, nigga.
You
Don't worry
know,
about me.
I mean, have you seen doctor's handwriting? Can you ever read it?
Yes.
Barely.
Like, you fake those prescriptions all the time. It's easy.
But I
Barely.
say that to say I would love to have that March Madness bracket.
Yes,
the
we
time
should do that.
comes.
I'm down to do it now. Yes.
But one of these days we're gonna do
I'll
like a
print us
top
out a
5, top
template.
10 conversation,
Right.
and then we'll discuss it.
Okay.
But that's all we're doing. 50 is way too much.
50 is you got to sit down for 2 days.
But
And
you
you
know
got to be
what?
like, damn, are these my top
Yeah.
50 or not?
I do appreciate these motherfuckers for coming up with some and niggas really like look back at it like, you know what, let me see what my top 50 would be. It was a good conversation to have.
Or
That's way too much to think
what we
about.
can do and
a
what we can
lot.
have everyone look forward to seeing is not necessarily our top 10, but like our 10 that we couldn't have lived without hearing their music.
There has to be a criteria. So if you do it
I don't
like
want
that,
to do.
has to
I
be
don't.
it.
I don't
Yeah.
want to do like this one is my very favorite,
10.
and then this one isn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
just do a group of artists that I just couldn't have imagined not hearing their music.
Because if I do a top 50 list, I'm doing like, yo, these are the top 50 motherfuckers.
When you're doing it in
Whoever's
order?
on top of them, I'm going strictly off rap. No sales, no
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
This
Oh, yeah.
motherfucker going out rap.
No,
That's
too
what I'm
many
saying.
underground
Like
niggas
song,
for
yeah,
that.
it's a lot.
It's too
so
many.
it's like, I mean, songs. We could do like rap songs you couldn't live without.
That's too
Well, I'm
much.
saying like an artist that created the rap song you couldn't live without. Throw them in a box.
That's
You feel
why I
me?
like having that March Madness bracket because we can go back and forth like the Kanye bracket,
and
bro.
you
Like,
and you justify
classic.
it.
it took it took 2 episodes,
We could do a Drake bracket,
but we
low
were
key.
able.
Can't I was winning
We can.
with how I feel right now.
God damn it!
Bias.
He has
5
enough
a.m.
work to do a whole bracket.
Oh, easily.
Like,
Bias.
Killing that shit.
You feel
Anyway,
me?
we're getting off that.
all
Can
right, by the time Christmas comes,
We gonna
We
work
got
on
to.
something. We gonna work on something. And if you got like, matter of fact, you let us know. Know what I mean? Because then we gonna have this whole thing. We'll bring y'all into it if you want to, tell us what you think, whatever the case
Oh,
is.
yeah.
But we're gonna have these discussions, y'all, because I think it's imperative to the motherfucking culture. So, other than that, do we have any closing arguments or statements?
Shells is no longer allowed to wear slides here.
What's that?
It's something about it, man. I don't know
You
what
just
it
cannot.
So you gonna have to
That is
slide
my
out
closing
the
I can
studio,
go
bro.
back to KD's. It's fine.
Run a lap right now. What if something happened? How are you gonna run? You just gonna fly out of them, or are you gonna trip? What are you gonna do?
Oh,
Safety
we can
first.
adapt. That's easy. No shoes.
You're only gonna have the top strap
That's
over
easy,
his
my
sock
nigga.
by the time we leave here. It's over.
I hate
Bottom of the
y'all,
shoe
man.
gone.
So we gonna holla at you. Episode 84 in the
Oh, yeah.
Bucks. You heard. We'll be back for 85 next week. We gonna holla at you.
Peace.